Alright folks, we are now going to return to a series that we have not done in quite a while. It is the return of video game reviews. It is episode number 73. And as you can see by the what we've got in front of the camera here, we are going to be covering RC Pro-Am for the Nintendo Entertainment System in this episode. A game that was originally released in 1987. And of course, this game is, well, it's a racing game. And of course, you know how I love racing games. Now, in this one, you control a radio-controlled car against three computer opponents on a track from an overhead isometric perspective. Pardon me. Now, you use the horizontal button on your control pad to steer the car left or right, and you use the other buttons to accelerate and to fire weapons and pause the game. Now, there are a total of 24 different tracks in this game. The goal for your goal is to qualify for the next race by finishing in the top 3 in the 4-car field. If you finish in 4th, however, then the game ends. However, you get 2 continues in which you can restart the previous race, but you lose all points accrued up to that point. Each time you complete a race successfully, you get a trophy. The larger high score trophies lead up to the big super trophy, which can be obtained for achieving high scores. And then after the game finishes, you can record your scores on the top Pro-Am drivers list. However, those scores are erased when the console is turned off, so scores technically don't really get saved. Now, there are items on the track that you can collect by driving over them. Now, the tune-up items help increase your car's performance. Examples being the turbo acceleration, hotter engines for higher top speed, and super sticky fires for increased traction and cornering. Now, those additional abilities are displayed on the track conditions screen between races. Now, you can also collect weapons that can temporarily disable other vehicles, along with missiles taking out opposing vehicles from the front, while bombs take them out from the rear. The number of missiles and bombs carry over to the next race, and you collect extra ammunition, which is represented by stars on the track. The roll cages, which opponents can also get, help protect cars from crash damage. Stationary zippers give cars an extra speed boost, and bonus letters give you large point bonuses, and also give you the ability to drive an upgraded car if you're able to spell Nintendo. Now, that, of course, applies for the regular release. On the rare replay version, you have to spell champion. You can upgrade from a standard truck to a faster 4-wheeler, and then to the fastest off-roadster. Now, there's also other various hazards that you have to avoid. Oil slicks can cause your car to spin out of control. Water puddles and rain squalls will slow you down. Pop-up barriers will crash your car, and skulls decrease ammunition. The excessive use of projectile weaponry on opponents will result in the yellow car accelerating up to 127 miles an hour, which you're not able to match. Now, this game is also available on the Sega Genesis. On the Genesis, though, it's called Championship Pro-Am, and features some gameplay differences from the NES version. Now, you race against 5 computer opponents instead of on the Sega Genesis version, but you still have to put place in the top 3 to move to the next one. Also, a feature that's on the Sega Genesis version is that race records are recorded. You're prompted to enter your name before the game starts to track the high scores and race records, and then you have to try and spell champion in order to upgrade to a new car. So overall, it's a pretty fun little racing game. Looking for a racing game for the NES? This is one that I would think that you should go with. It's a lot of fun. I've played it myself. Not very well, mind you, but I have played it. And on that note, we are going to wrap things up for this episode of Video Game Reviews. Thank you very much for joining me. I will see you all again next time.